Ollie Robinson is a 27-year-old England cricketer, and it came to light through the woke archaeologists, offence archaeologists, digging through the archives on Twitter, that he had said something questionable back when he was a teenager. He tweeted out something questionable. One thing he said was that there's a link between Muslim people and terrorism, which the vast majority of Muslims aren't jihadists, obviously, but 100% of jihadists are Muslim, and that's an uncomfortable fact around that. But apparently there was another tweet about Asian women or something like that. It's not what I would have said, but when you're a teenager, you don't say things necessarily perfectly. And why they're digging into his history like this, I don't know. Like, what is their motive? They go far enough into anybody's history, they're going to find stuff that they could potentially use against them. Why don't they dig into their own past and their own history? Apparently these people are whiter than white and have never done or said anything wrong in their entire lives. Ollie was marched out in front of the cameras in this Maoist struggle session, it looked like, to prostrate himself in front of the media and apologise for these terrible comments that he made and that he will never do them again. But he was cancelled anyway, and he was out of whatever competition. I'm not a great follower of cricket, although I like the 2020 stuff. So he missed out on some big competition, and he's suspended indefinitely. Where is the concept of forgiveness with these people and in our society in general? If you said something off colour many years ago when you were essentially a child, a teenager, and you haven't said it since, and you apologise and you're a different person now, that should be enough. I mean, there is no victim here. There's no... I mean, what are we talking about? Nobody was talking about this. It was dead and buried and should have stayed there until people essentially looking to be offended. They're looking for offence. They're not going about their daily lives and somebody goes out of their way to offend these people. These people are actively looking to be offended by something that somebody said a decade ago on Twitter. And really their motivations need to be called into question. But why isn't it enough that he apologises for it? Now, I don't know anything about this gentleman at all. I do know that he apologised and it seemed sincere. Why isn't that the end of it? He was cancelled essentially anyway, raked over the coals, and as far as the woke brigade is concerned, he's completely beyond the pale. Where is the concept of forgiveness with these people? There is none, but the mob will come for them one day. Unless they say everything perfectly, which nobody does, they'll be on the other end of this one day and they'll be looking for forgiveness, which they won't get. And why should they get it if they can't give it? So I think this is just another symptom of this cancel culture that really needs to end.